Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Flex. And just to show it to you, to be profitable in this era we are in trading, you do not need to have access to everything or trying to rack your brain and all of that. You just need to have access to tools. Now, this is the best corner. Now, most persons always say, oh, market is going to be doing that. It's normal. Yeah, fine. But we have taught you how to use our scanner. And most importantly, then we see equally expose you to kind of micro information. Now, look at it. We have Friday, there were many sales of Bitcoin. But there's something very importantly. Those of you trade futures, trade Bitcoin, all of that. So beyond the chart, there's something above the chart. All right? There's something above the chart. We call it dashboard observation. And this is a dashboard observation on Bitcoin. I was telling somebody I was in a chat with the person, I said Bitcoin may return back to $82,000. He didn't know where I got the data from. And now that's advanced micro data. Why? Because this is Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin on this point had actually come up and pick every liquidity from down here. So we should be having sweep of liquidity continually up to $82,000 to $83,000. And I was telling the person, I say, no more volume. Liquidity is the fuel of price. Liquidity is the fuel of price. The person do not really understand because when it comes to crypto, when it comes to business, when it comes to money making, it's beyond what you think. So if you do not understand what it is, you are going to be struggling and telling yourself, AI has simplified things more than before right now. Now we'll go to our chart and go to see what's going to happen on the chart. And we have taught a lot of persons who have been following us about the trading and all of that. Look at Bitcoin. Now we go on daily time frame. So what really happened? On daily time frame, Bitcoin have been coming down, but that doesn't mean you cannot find a trade in between. All right. So this is daily time frame quickly. Now we should expect that the market will continue to going down. So, but something happened just quickly on daily time frame. This is the candle of the previous day. However, it closed below this, so we should be going down and we'll have this support. But before then, there can be money to be made. All right. So this is a daily time frame. This is a daily candle. So what has happened now? The market has swept this low. Now, do I need to know so much about that? No. Quickly, if we check other thing, we call it institutional footprint. There is what we call fair value gap here, right? There's what we call fair value gap here that the market could actually come back to mitigate. But of course, it's more dicey because markets still have some support here. But that doesn't mean you cannot take money. So let's quickly look at it. We'll go to 4 hours. On the 4 hour time frame, it printed though, it's going to be a short buy, but you can make money on that short buy. Quickly look at it. This is very fantastic. This market is downtrend, right? Because we have seen the structure. That's the advantage of your scanner. We have a high, we have a low, we have a high, we have another low, lower than this. Structure have shifted. This is market structure shift, ladies and gentlemen. And the market went up again. This is a very massive, important sell. That's a very nice sell. Now we have another break of structure. Okay. So if there's another break of structure, let's quickly look at something. If the market would even come to continue to go down. So let's go here. This is a Fibonacci retracement. Now that means give and take. Yes, there's a resistance here. This is another flow here. So that Bitcoin could get restricted up. But the market could still travel back to this as high as this point. Quickly. So that means we're looking at Bitcoin could travel to 79,000, 79,900, and 80,800. Thereabout. So if you look at it quickly now, inside this box, there is something very importantly here we call institutional footprint. And that is the what? A fair value gap. So the market could travel back to the fair value gap and print a sell opportunity thereabout. But even before then, now this one I've said buy. So I could have bought and make some money. How? I'm going to look at on 15-minute time, on 1 hour time, on 4 hour time frame, I've taken to buy. So this is it. This is a buy here. And then I'm going to go 15-minute time frame. Remember, that's how we trade the market. So look at the market. What we're looking for on this point is that we find an entry. There's no entry here. This is not proper. No entry here. This is not proper. No entry here. So, but we find a small entry here, but may not go too long, right? Now we are getting rejected gradually here. So we'll go to about 5-minute time frame to be able to see if I can find a sniper entry. So at the 5-minute time frame, quickly, then we didn't find it here. We find it here. This is a buy. This is an entry. So that means you are going to enter at this close of this candle, and then your stop loss below here, and then the market continue. So if that's going to happen, so let's quickly look at it. You tick on the market here. This is the entry, and then the stop loss is going to be below this signal, and then 1:2 risk reward is your first target. So let's extend that if we're going to get that. So 1:2 risk reward as my target. Let's go quickly. Now it has not gotten to 1:2 risk reward, probably it's just a remaining a little portion. Now the market is going to pull back. This pullback may probably get back to this point before another buy. So, but if you go to 3 minutes, probably you can find a very fast entry. Perhaps look at an entry here, very fast on 3 minutes. If you go to 1 minute, you could find that again too. And that will give you an high effect of entering the market. Now, remember, we find this place as a fair value gap that the market could travel back to, which is inside this place. So if I take another set this place, the market's going to travel and give me 1:5 risk reward, if possible, all things being equal. So, but the simple is that you take it from high to the low and then let your scanner be working with you. So can the market now still pull down? Why not? It can still pull back because we're getting rejected at a very strong resistance point. But because you have entered from the beginning, then you can fold in your hands and then look at what the market is going to peel out. Let your allow hit your stop loss, and then you continue to make more money. And that's as simple as possible. So let's quickly look at gold. Gold, today, the gold was promoting and pumping and massively pushing up. Now, so we'll come out here. We'll go to daily time frame. Now, going to daily time frame, gold was pushing down quickly. Now, about to get to the support zone. This is support, and then gold was here. Now, this daily, so gold now has swept the low, and then that means we're looking for wrapping up to an extent. So if we're wrapping up at this point, so that means till tomorrow. But looking at it, we're going to 4 hours. What do we have? Look at 4 hours. Quickly, 4 hours he's here on a support level. That's a buy, no problem. So we're going to take this down and then go to 4 hours time frame and then stick on and return back to 15-minute time frame to find a proper entry on time. So that means the entry will have been here because this is an engulfing candle. And now, if that was not convincing enough because you want to reduce your stop loss level, then we're going to 5 minutes. Then from the 5 minute, probably we can find a more beautiful entry. So of course, it's for good. I love to go to 5 minutes, 3 minutes, even 1 minute. So quickly we'll go to that. We'll look at it. That is a very fantastic entry, an engulf, and then that will have been an entry here. So we still go to 3 minutes. Can we still find a refined entry on 3 minutes? Beautiful. You can find a refined entry. This is another massive, powerful entry on 15 minutes. Oh, sorry, on 5 minutes, 3 minutes, which is on at about to 1 a.m. GMT plus 1. So this is the point. Now, according to 1 minute, that will give more powerful and sniper entry with a reduced stop loss, as it were. But you have to be careful sometimes when you go to 1 minute because the way the market is going to react, you probably may not have proper understanding of how to take it out, right? So now they go up. This market continuing to go down. You have missed some of those entry. Look at the powerful entry here, which is that at the same time. So because you find the trade here and taking an entry here, 1:2 risk reward, you will have been in profit massively, massively, massively. And then you can see that over and again as the market continued to rally up. It pushed back again. Now we're having another pushback. After this pushback, we're going to have another buy. So if you have lost and don't miss an entry on this market now, going back to this 1 minute, you probably want to wait for it here. And then when they give you another entry, you are going to take an entry. This is the very powerful thing that most of us don't pay attention to because we are looking for the hit and run kind of a system. No, wake up. Just understand, follow the instruction, and you are going to be money. Even if the market will still sell, you will have done some massive money before the market continue to sell again. This is the lovely thing about this scanner. If it's on 1 hour, the same thing will do. So quickly, look at Euro USD. I have a position on Euro USD already. So if I go to 1 daily time frame, so look at Euro USD, we have this point that the market should travel back to. But before then, the market's still giving you some opportunity to take a sweep the liquidity below. Then if you go to 4 hours, very simple. Go to 4 hours, and then you see an entry here. So I take my leak and then look at it here, right? Then first of all, I go to 15-minute time frame to see the internal structure and see a proper entry. Now, I couldn't find any entry because it doesn't give me a good signal of entry. This is a buy, then this is supposed to close bullish, but it doesn't close bullish. So I go to 5 minutes if I'm going to find appropriate signal that's going to give us what we're supposed to enter. Now we'll find this one. Then the next candle was bullish there, but that was not powerful. So I play go to 3 minutes. Now, this is the point. If you don't find appropriate entry, you want to find a very more modest entry, as it were. Now, we have found a modest entry here. Look at it. This is a signal. 3 candle close. 1, 2, 3. Powerful. So that means your entry will have been here. So that means taking an entry for the USD JPY, Euro USD. So that is it here. Your stop loss below here. Then your stop loss is going to be 6 pips. And then 1:2 risk reward will be very fast. So I take over here, push up, 1:2 risk reward will have already been done very fast. Now, you're on 3 minute time frame. The market continues to go. If you miss this entry, the next entry will be here. How? Because you allowed this to pull back again. Now, this entry was not powerful because it didn't give a right signal. Though, because of your 50 moving average, you want to consider it, but that was not powerful. This was a very powerful one. They candle and they close, and then that was an entry, and in the support region, and then the market continue. Then you will have make another profit here. Now, this is another pullback, so you find another entry here, but this one didn't travel much as possible, and then return back again to confirm. So your stop loss cannot be here, has to be below this point. These are the things we explain to us in our chart and our script template that you should follow as much as this instruction. This is another entry, perhaps because it just swept this liquidity and it was not powerful in closing the market. However, that's a continuation of your trade. So this is how we trade this market using the PBS Club market scanner that works and give you fantastic market entry. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are not following the instruction, definitely you'll be misinterpreting your scanner and then you'll be losing trade. So look at it. It's very possible that this trade is going to come up to as high as this point. And at that point, we're going to be 1:15 risk reward. Yes, you hear me right. 1:15 risk reward. That is so powerful if you know what you are doing per time. Ladies and gentlemen, stop gambling, stop roaming about. You're going to make a lot of money if you can be simple, pay simple attention to simple instruction. The same to GBP USD, you can see that. This is lovely. Look at 1 hour time frame. Even if I take it from the 1 hour time frame, you will have been in massive profit right now. So go to 5 minutes quickly the first time. And then when you go to 5 minutes, you want to find a signal that agrees with what you are saying. Then you go to 3 minutes, perhaps to find a refined signal, which is going to be more powerful. This was more powerful than the earlier one. And so you're going to make your profit. Ladies and gentlemen, stop wasting time. Stop jumping around. I just told you about the gold. Now, let's look at it. I say it's going to come down. You should find an entry just now. Let's go and see that entry I just talked about. Can you see that? Now, this is it. Look at it. Massive. And I'm going to show you some trade that's running now on my Go Trading. Now, you're going to be surprised of what is happening. Ladies and gentlemen, stop wasting time. Don't just miss things. Pay rapt attention to what works. This is the powerful thing about our scanner, and we don't model things around it. We tell you, we show you how it actually works. So it just left for you to pay attention to instruction we give to you. Anyone who have used this scanner complain of not making profit, it's your fault, because we have given you all the necessary things you need to follow and make money with this scanner. This is a very powerful scanner. It's not hype. It's a reality. Let me quickly show you an example. Look at gold trading. Look at it. $127 already in profit just following this instruction. Let me show you another one, another account here. So this is a prop firm. How many go? Another one is going now. Euro USD. Look at it. $27 going. Bitcoin, that's about $56. So don't look at it. Look at Bitcoin and look at Euro USD. If I just show you here, Euro USD here, look at the entry and the market has been running. Can you see that? Look at where profit is. Where profit is now should be $78, and then the other position is left open. So please, we don't joke. We tell you the reality of this scanner. This is a very powerful scanner because it's not a hype, it's a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are still trading with analog hand, then it's time to wake up, because this PBS scanner is a powerful scanner that helps you as much as possible. Let me update now and quickly show you. So we make money, helping a lot of people to make more money. And so if you are not following our instruction and following us to make money, you actually wrong. Can I tell you that? You are wrong. You are wrong not making money with us. You have to wake up to make money with us so that we can be on the same page. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a powerful tool that helps people to make money as simple as possible. Look at it. This I just showed to you now. Let's see how much it's showing now. For instance, let's quickly go. This is already how much? $125, $120 something for Go Trading. So ladies and gentlemen, wake up and let us ride the market together. That platform is massive. Cryptocurrency, forex trading, stock trading, different opportunity on financial market trading. You will enjoy yourself and you tell yourself, where have I been? Look at the market striking. Now, this is a pullback. And if you pull back appropriately, probably back to this point, it's going to give more profit as you continue on this ride. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Felix Midaisejimo. I'm the tuning of Plan B Express. PBS Club is powerful. That when you subscribe for this scanner, we still give you access to our stock portfolio, local, now the Nigerian stock and international stock. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not hype, this is a reality. This scanner has been massively profitable for people who have been paying much attention to the instruction on how to apply it to, irrespective of the market, being in stock market, being in forex market, being in gold, being in commodity, or even synthetic indices. You love it. You're going to make a lot of money. So thank you very much, everyone, for listening. And so take advantage of it now and let us make money together. Plan B Express, together we rise. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to hype anything to you. It's just to tell you the reality of this space. This space is lovely if you can pay attention to this opportunity. All right, thank you very much. Now, another thing is that we have people who are making insane money without lifting fingers, just following copy trading. So we have our copy trading that people are making money on a daily basis without stress, without lifting fingers. Why? They just leverage on AI system. So if you want to know how to leverage on an AI system and make money without lifting fingers, get back to whoever that sent you this video. And of course, we are available on our social media, on a group where you can learn and pick money as much as possible. Look at the scanner now. It's still selling and pumping up, jumping here and there. And then you can make money, help yourself, and then with less stress. What do you now talk about? This is gold. People are making money every day, every second, every period. No stress, just stressless, and people are producing results. So what are you waiting for? Stop talking. Stop wasting time. Talk is cheap. Take action. Subscribe for PBS Scanner right now, and then let us show you how to build wealth organically, without stress, with less complications, just straightforward, follow simple instruction. Thank you very much. My name is Mendes Felix Jimo. Then want to take advantage of it, you can chat up with me on this phone number, +234 90 470 I take the number again, +234 90 470 Chat, and we'll show you how to subscribe and take advantage of the financial market. You don't need to waste too much time. Money can be made at any time if you can follow simple instruction. Thank you very much. Do have a nice time, and bye-bye. See you at the top, not from the top.